Yes, indeed, folks. You're listening to WoW Radio. This is Total Biscuit with Blue Please. It's a pilot show, and I've got to thank everyone so far. We've got an hour down of general ranting and foolery. Is a good way of putting it. I want to thank everyone for actually sticking around and listening, and even sending compliments every now and again. That's great, and that is fantastic. I've got to say, give some shout-outs to people because they're asking for it. Okal asks for me to say his name on WoW Radio. There you go, your name has been said on WoW Radio. May you be ever bountiful and have many children. Lizzie also asks, say my name on WoW Radio. Your name has been said, although you don't get a fertility blessing, I'm afraid. No, only one fertility blessing per show. Anyway, I have a new feature for you. Another feature. Since you seem to like Ask the Murloc, I'm not sure what you'll think of this one. I decided... The WoW forums, basically, are an example of how people can murder the English language in the most horrible ways possible. I mean, it's about on the level of AOL. It's worse than AOL, in fact, because it's AOL about elves. At least at AOL, it's ASL. Do you want cyber? Do you want cyber? Are you really a girl? Do you want cyber? ASL. That's all it is. That's all AOL is. The problem is here, it's the same thing, only a long drawn-out paragraphs about balance issues, elves, and video game. Oh, why? Why me? Why? What happened? What did I do to deserve this? It's awful. So, we decided. There's only one way to really, really point out how bad the WoW forums really are. How bad what is actually, what is actually said on the forums really is. So we came up with the idea of we have to combine it with the only other medium in real life where the English language is butchered that badly. And that's rap music. So we came up with the idea of rap in the forums. I'm not going to say anything more about it. I'm going to let the recording explain. 5 horrible, horrible minutes of rap in the forums. You're listening to Blue Please. This is WoW Radio. It's time for another half-assed cobbled-together feature, folks. Of course, you're listening to Blue Please here on Warcraft Radio. Now, I thought to myself, how could I possibly expose just how badly some people abuse the English language on the World of Warcraft forums? The answer came to me, Lord, the only way you can expose it is to combine it with the only other massive abuse of the English language in the world. That, of course, being rap. Yes, rap. So, we then created Rap in the Forums. Forums, rap, forums. Let's see. Okay, so I was looking through some posts, and I found this little gem. 1, 2, 3, 4 instances must be removed. They take too much time, 2 to 6 hours at least. Takes so long to find a group on a medium pop server. Don't know if this is also the same on high pop servers, plus getting killed. Some that are AFK, but some more things that could slow the progress. Let's all calculate this. Times 6. Party 1. Other 1. That equals 10. 10 hours for one dungeon, but then you complete the quest. They say, oops, I forgot something. Get back in the dungeon. Oh, nice job killing him. Now kill his master, which is also in the dungeon. Arg. Yes, arg. Was there a ninja looters, mostly paladins, greedy people, rude people, etc., 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 etc. Remove instances. Are you ready for the dropping of this next bomb? Faux shizzle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Blizzard mates are hoarders no more. I mean, when I think about Horde, I don't think about people who master the elements plus magic. Look at all Horde players, Shaman Mage, Warlock's Rogue. Is that how the Horde is meant to be? A backstabbing or magic-controlled beasts? Question mark, question mark. I thought they were hard-hitting melee. Question mark, question mark. No one play warrior, and look how all PvP fight. A lot of Horde camp with magic. A bar, comma, in a wrong place. And look at Alliance, we have Paladin, that works good, versus Warrior, but seeing how the Horde only play people with magic, who sucks so bad. Also, why did you give Horde Druid? Question mark, question mark. We like question marks because they are seriously blinging. A 1, 2, 3, and a 4. In Warcraft 3, Shaman was the buffer. Yes, I really think Shaman should have been the counterpart of the Druid. For Alliance, I felt sorry for Horde because we outnumber them, but not anymore. You sissies just camp at Tower and Mill. Magicians even went fair number. Anyway, Blizzard made Horde do something that shouldn't be. Backstabbing on magicians. What the fuck? Question mark, question mark, question mark. More question marks for comic effect. Improve Warrior and nerf a Shaman, and maybe we see some real Horde. Question mark, question mark. Down with it, and so forth. Shout out to Lizzie. We be rapping. Now at this point, I must point out that the next one is not actually that badly spelled. It's just got a hell of a lot of dots in it. However, it is possibly one of the silliest threads I've ever seen. So, it is in fact right for parody. Parody in a hip-hop styling. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Real-life girlfriend cybered behind my back. So I quit Warcraft, sad, smiley. Haha! I just found out that my real-life girlfriend was cybering with one of her guildmates. Okay. A dot, a dot, a dot. This is just getting weird now. So I dumped her. It's kind of trivial, but still freaky enough to warrant pink slips. Whatever pink slips are. What the hell is he talking about? Anyway, but after this episode, the game's lost some of its charm. Okay, a lot of it. Happy smiley. The endless supply of crappy, crappy pickup groups, the retarded paladins, the epic item race. A dot, dot, dot. I just need a break. Especially from the paladins. Yeah, paladins. It's been a great game, the best I've ever played in my many years as a hardcore gamer. I really enjoyed it, and I care enough about it all to make one last post. Thank God for that. Please don't go. World of Warcraft will not be the same without you. Die. And thank everyone on Earth and Ring, a Horde and Alliance, for the great times we shared. You'll understand if I keep names hidden to protect the innocent. And the guilty. And especially the gullible. Sticking out tongue smiley. Maybe we'll meet up again on another server in another game. I know you cannot have my gold, or 450 pieces of it, nor my bottomless supply of uncommon items and rare items stockpiled for the AH. It burns with me. Muhahahaha. Post edited by Deflesher. All easy, the studious stud from Studs on Shattered Hand. Faux shizzle, you be my bredrin. Or whatever. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, you guys seem to enjoy that. Like, if I had any credibility left, if I had any credibility in the first place, it's all gone down the toilet. I've got 1,000 Dishonor kills, 1,000 DKs for that rap. Never mind. Right, that was a feature. That was rapping the forums. You guys seem to like that, so we'll do it again next week, just to destroy your eardrums. The idea of that feature was just to point out just how retarded some people really are on the forums. Anyway, let's see. What can we talk about? There's not enough audience participation. No, there is not enough audience participation in this show. So I suggest you, right now, not next week, not this month, right now, get on down and get in the World of Warcraft radio channel. www.wcradio.com www.wcradio.com. Get over there. Press the IRC button, you'll come to our channel. You should join the many, many people listening right now and get involved in the antics and fun and frolics of the show. So, let's see. I have a big list of possible conversation topics. Forget to breathe. Yeah, okay. Someone brought this up to me a little while ago. I was saying about the battlegrounds and how there was a big thread, big ruckus about how much the battlegrounds were actually going to cost people as far as to play it. Well, not really. Play the battlegrounds. Apparently for a day. Just one day. It would cost a level 60 warrior about 40 gold in repairs and durability damage. So, obviously that's a big issue. They removed it. The problem is, they left ammo costs in there. So now you've got a situation where you're fighting all day as a hunter, and you are paying through your nose for ammo, shooting off in all directions, and no other class is actually paying money to be involved in the battlegrounds. Because there's no durability damage, and that's usually the only cost. We'll ignore potions and stuff like that, because really they're optional. And someone was making an argument. We were having a big argument about this in the WoW Radio channel, and they were making this argument. One person was making the argument, well, this is an unfair nerf to hunters. Because obviously if hunters are having to pay for ammo, then they're not as likely to hang around the battlegrounds, because they may not even be making money. Some guy was actually saying, well, the amount of money I spend on ammo firing off in an instance, if I don't get any good item drops, I barely break even on a high-level instance. I didn't really know that. I mean, I don't really play Hunter, so I wasn't really aware of that, but it does seem a bit silly, to be honest. It really does. Chryso said there is actually durability damage. That's not true. Apparently they're changing it. There was a blue post on this, so I assume they're going to change it. They will get... No, they are, seriously, they're going to change durability damage in Battlegrounds, because everyone was complaining about it. So, fair enough. So, that's the argument. Hunters paying for ammo. Now, there's a couple of possible arguments. The first guy who we're arguing with argued, well, that's not an issue, because other classes have expendable reagents as well. So you've got, say, obviously, Warlocks have Soul Shards, the Druids have the Seeds for their Resurrection, and use Anks for big heal on different classes, stuff like that. But the thing about it is that they're not essential, and they never have been, to playing that class. It's not essential to have your res or your big heal. I'd even go as far as saying it's not essential to use Soul Shards as a Warlock. You don't have to. Obviously, a lot of your big spells need it, but then again, the thing about it is, Soul Shards are free, yeah? I don't care what you say about it. Soul Shards are free. You're not paying for them. It's not as if you're paying money for ammo or money for teleport runes that mages are paying, etc. Soul Shards are free. Now, as soon as they implement the whole Soul Shards can be got from players in PvP, obviously of green level or above, then it'll all will be well with the world. Trust me. It will. I'm not kidding. It all will be well. All famine, disease, it'll all disappear. No AIDS, no death, no nuclear weapons. Peace and harmony for all when they do that. But until that time, they'll just have to make do. The thing is, Hunter ammo is not free, and some guy was arguing, oh, they don't need it. They don't need ammo. You can attack with your hand weapons. Yeah. But as a mage, I would attack with my dagger as well. That wouldn't mean I would actually be any good at it. That's not my primary role. My primary role is not to stand there stabbing you for 5 minutes before you fall over. My primary role is to hurl fireballs at you and kill you very fast. But, to be honest, with hunters, what are you going to do without ammo, really? What are you going to do? You can't cast. You know, your spells require reagents. And they require ammo, basically. And if you don't have it, then that's it. That is it. So, it's an issue, and I think it needs to be sorted. Now, I think someone already made this suggestion, but I did. I made the suggestion yesterday in this big argument. The solution to that problem is quite simple. Conjured ammo. I don't mean in the same way as conjured water, conjured food, mage spell. I mean, you'd have a vendor, call of a quartermaster if you will, who dispenses ammo. Just like a normal battleground, a normal battlefield. You don't go onto a battlefield and pay for your bullets, do you? You get your M16 rifle, you're in the US Marines or whatever, you walk on... Oh, sorry, you can't shoot until you pay at least 30 cents for each bullet. No, it doesn't work. You're going to have a battleground. You've got an organised effort to fight what is effectively a little war, a battle. So I think being given, dispensed ammo like you would on a battlefield is a reasonable thing to do. Now, you get conjured ammo, all the standard levels, no special ammo. You don't get 3 thorium shells or 3 crafted ammo. You get your standard vendor ammo all the way up to whatever the highest level of ammo is. And it's conjured. As soon as you leave the instance, obviously the battleground being instance, as soon as you leave the battleground, it's gone. It vanishes into thin air. It's gone. That would be the solution, as far as I'm concerned. That would be the way to go. Which also brings me on to another interesting topic about hunters we were having a discussion with. The whole thing about guns and bows. It's odd that you can make guns but not make bows. That doesn't make any sense. But does it? On first glance, it doesn't make any sense. But then you think, where's that going to go? Which profession is actually going to get bows? Are you going to have a bow-only profession where all you can make is ammo and bows? No, that's not going to work, is it? Because that's so limited. That's far too limited. You've got a profession which only has what? Say, assume you can make 6 or 7 different types of bows, just like an engineer can make 6 or 7 different kinds of gun, yeah? And you can make 4 or 5 different kinds of ammo. Then what? You've got a profession where you only have 11 recipes. Who the hell's going to get that? That's a silly idea. And what else is going to fit into engineering? We don't deal with pieces of wood and sinew and string. We deal with metal, explosives. That simple. So, how's that going to work? Where would it fit? Where would it fit? And the issues, there are other issues. What if another profession was suddenly allowed to build bows? Now, that's going to devalue from engineering, isn't it? Because really, they're the... Other than enchanting, for once, which doesn't really count anyway, you're not actually going to get a fair balance. You're going to have 2 professions competing for effectively selling to hunters, because really, let's be realistic. A warrior doesn't care if he's using a bow or gun. He doesn't get any special abilities with it anyway. So it's going to be hunters he's selling to. That's kind of a nerf. It's a nerf to engineers mainly, and engineering does not need any more nerfs. Let's be realistic here. They already nerfed Green Lens, which was a very good disenchant moneymaker. Maybe more than half the items are engineer only. You can't sell them, and the ones that aren't are getting monopolised. Say, as a tailor, you can sell what? 34. You can sell virtually all your recipes except for, say, the Rose of Power and stuff like that are soul bound on pickup. As an engineer, we've only got about 6 or 7 items we can actually sell effectively, and the market gets flooded. Seriously, even the high-level stuff, sniper scopes, for instance, that's a BRD drop, if I remember correctly, for the schematic, and it gets flooded. Really, the market has got flooded, even though it costs so much for the schematic. And people think, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. I'll build 10 sniper scopes and flood the market with them. Yeah, that is incredibly stupid. You need to be stabbed in the eye if you do things like that. That's just wrong. That really is wrong. So, no. Auction house. Auction house is a big chip on my shoulder. But I'm not going to go into that quite yet, because I've rambled quite long enough for the time being. You see, we had a request. We haven't really had a request all the way through, and I think it's only fair to play this request. It's even reasonably appropriate to WoW Radio. It's by Black Sabbath. Everyone loves Black Sabbath. If you don't, you must be burned alive, eaten by rabid kittens. Or giant badger. Giant badger and rabbit kittens. A giant kitten badger. Sent to Earth to destroy us all. Ha ha! No. Okay, I'm losing the plot. Anyway, let's get on with it. Black Sabbath with the Wizard, folks. This one goes out to all the Magic users, and more specifically, it goes out to Moran, who requested this track. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to World of Warcraft Radio. You're listening to Blue Please. Only 40 minutes of the ranting Brit to go. Moran requests Black Sabbath the Wizard. That's exactly what she shall receive. Enjoy.